Okay, last minute decision to go live. Okay, give it a minute. Hi everyone, welcome in. Um, Welcome to WCIA Network. Everything I do and say here falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. To those that are new, welcome. And if you have not subscribed, would love if you did that, and thumbs up on your way in. Hi, I'm early for once. Double take. Welcome. We have an amazing, I have an amazing presentation. Videos, GH White. Hi. Um, at first I thought it wasn't going to be long, but it looks like it may be a little longer one. I decided that I wanted to stick with the theme of going back in time and bringing information to you guys, to those that don't know much. Hi, Colleen. Don't know much about Summer Moon Wells from June 15th, 2021. So, with me doing that and going backwards has allowed for me to create presentations that support the information that I keep showing over and over, right? Um, because my information, most, if not all the information, was channeled from the beginning. And Summer Moon Wells really started giving me information before June 15th, before she went missing in April. And that's when I started creating books and journaling. And then Summer Moon Wells introduced herself June 16th, morning of. I'm going to be starting with a presentation that shows, I think it was called Donnie and Candace, or Candace and Donnie's TikTok. And this isn't even available anymore. The TikTok is not available. That TikTok, I believe, was taken down pretty much immediately. Not quite sure, but I know it was gone. Hi, Mary C. Brenda. And I came across a really interesting channel. And the reason I came across this channel today and never seen it before is because this channel has me marked. It has called me out. I don't know what it's called, not call me out, but has WCA Network attached to it, which is wonderful. I don't care, because the more the merrier, right? And he has me attached because this particular channel is showing information like I do, and does see and understand the elements in which I am showing. Now, there are no voices to his videos, it's mainly music. So this comes from him, but most of it really comes from Don and Candace's TikToks. Now, the presentation that I have today that's going to cover this TikTok all stems from the beginning. Day number 1 on Summer Moon Wells Missing Children's story and their journey. I have thrown in, sometimes I say Robert Vaughn, Bob Vaughn, and everyone's like, oh, who's that? Like, what are you talking about, Bob Vaughn? And goes back to the machinery and the graphics. So because today's presentation is so very important for me to show this information prior, I decided to start with it. Now, I don't know if this is Robert Vaughn, Michael Vaughn's father, but his name is Bob Vaughn, Robert Vaughn, and the information he shows gives me the opportunity to show you guys what I'm being told, why this resurrection and what they're doing with these pieces and where they're going and so forth, because it shows the machinery. So I went back to, I think this was posted, I don't know, maybe a year ago. You guys might remember it, but I know I have new subscribers, so that's why it's a really good. It's really important for me to go over it today before I go into the next 100 pages. This is the first page, and notice the V in the windows, and look behind the V and what's in front. Don't only look in the small little box, look in the big box. Because when you look in the big box and go all the way back to the back of the photo, you'll see that little door that shows up each time I'm on live and shows up with each different victim. The V here is what I'm going to be focusing on showing you guys today in today's presentation. But this here was created by that Robert Vaughn years and years and years ago when he put together drawings, and the drawings showed the elements. It showed where these little things were going in the ground. It showed how this whole process was developed. Now, how do I know that? I don't. I don't know if it's right or wrong. I don't know what's true or not true. I go by what I'm being told, and I go by the story that's being shown to me. This was shown to me and told to me that this is the equipment that was developed back then and is used today. This is also the equipment that's being used as far as the sacrifices and where the elements are being placed within the earth for the resurrection and the new world. So this is a piece of the equipment that holds the pressure cooker, it holds the metal strips, it shows the V's, and it holds the critters. Little critters are connected throughout his drawings. The critters are placed, there's some rhyme or reason. They have a whole purpose on how they do it. I don't know what that purpose is, because all I know is this is part of it. I don't know their philosophy because the kids don't know the philosophy. The children don't know the philosophy. And the kids and the children don't understand it. I don't know it. I can't even, I'm not even going to guess it or pretend that I know, because I don't. All I know is that they know the pressure cooker, they know the metal sticks, they know the little maroon, the green, the white number fives, they know the V. They know what this is that is in front of you. This is very important because I'm going to show you how all of this information actually is in Don and Candace's very first TikTok TikTok channel that they had. Donnie and Candace, I think it's called Donnie and Candace TikTok. Okay. And this information that you see to the right is the very first photo I'm showing you from Donnie and Candace's TikTok. Donnie and Candace's TikTok shows you that V, shows you the little white box with the maroon, the green, and the white. That's the same box that Tim Mullins has little Summer Moon Wells' head sticking out of. That's from their TikTok. What's to the left, as I showed you the other day, that's from inside the Wells' house. Yeah, Rhonda, let's see what you just said. High power water pressure can cut into metal. Yes, it could be water because there's water pressure that is used, definitely the plumbing. But look at how interesting it is that that photo, the first photo I'm showing you from Donnie and Candace's TikTok, is basically reconstructing the photo to the left. And that photo to the left is the same typical photo that I showed you that was inside the Idaho 4 house. So this situation here are main elements that are shown in each victim story. These are the elements that I talk about. These are the elements that I'm going to show you are in their TikTok. And it's going to show you the story of Summer. Trigger warning for sure, because the photos that I am going to be showing you are trigger warning. Because they're definitely photos no one here has seen before. Because if you have seen them before, they would have been going viral on YouTube. And they didn't. This video, their TikTok information had less than 200 views. And their TikTok information pretty much points out the story of what happened to Summer that day. Muffin Top, welcome in, my mod. So these are the photos that I continuously show you with the V. Each victim that I talk about has it. This here, obviously, he's not a victim, Benny, but his videos really do show all the elements. I don't know why, but they do. And Aaron Carter to the left, go to any one of my videos for you to get the rest of that information, but that is what shows up on him. And these photos here, going backwards, are the same V's that you see here. And they're the same V's that you see here. Each of these victims have their own. Each of them have their own because they define that person. Right? Like you see here. And just like what you see here, that's Summers. Why is that Summers? Because it's in Don and Candace's TikTok. And that little white box that you see in the front with the red and the green and the white is the same white box that I show you as Tim Mullen's icon from the family the family YouTube channel. That's the same box. You've never seen that box anywhere else other than on Tim Mullen. And you've never seen what's over to the left-hand side other than when I showed it on my channel. So that's the same thing that you see here. They're just on different people. Step downstairs. Wait 1 second, guys. Can you put him in the cage then? Tim is too close to the family. I don't know what his relationship is. I don't at all. I don't even look into that stuff. But here is another photo that is going to be important for you guys to notice. These photos come from Robert Vaughn's creation of this equipment. Look very carefully because I want you to remember these images as I move forward. Many a time the images are put upside down and I flip them because as you can see here, the words are upside down, but the images are not. I flipped them because that's how you need to see them. Those little V's are going to show up throughout my presentation. That little box in the left-hand corner, that little box that you see up in the left-hand corner is no different than the box that you see here in the right-hand corner with the V. It's the same thing. This here is the pressure cooker and the equipment in motion. The middle one is from Kylie Rodney. The one from the left are the Idaho 4. The one to the right is the Idaho 4. These are all the same. Nothing different. Trigger warnings coming. That is the pressure cooker and the stick that is used within the head of the victim. Period. As soon as I get to Summer's pictures, it's going to be trigger warning. This person that calls himself Robert Vaughn created the critters along with his machinery. You have the seat, the bike, the buggy, the sticks, the critters, the clown, the face. Every element that I have placed forward shows up in his video as a creation for this purpose. I'm showing all this because I'm setting the scene for what I'm about to show you. This here has all of what I just showed you pulled together for what they call the sacrifice, the ritual. All those elements that I just showed you so far are right in front of you, including that all the way to the right, that green piece that you see with the feet coming out of the bottom, that isn't someone's legs. That green piece is important to remember. It's all here. Correct. This is, you guys, you're going to see this is a situation. This is where, see the bodies sticking out? Look at the bodies sticking out of the trailer. Correct, Jay. Correct. Correct. Wait till you see how this really is coming together. Do you guys see the people coming out of the trailer with that stick sticking in it? It's all here. Every piece of element is here. Why is it here? That is because this is where they go to have their whatever sacrifice, their ritual. This photo here brings you there, and it goes underground. I have shown this in a different presentation where it goes underground and there's like people living under there and it's like a fire. It's all here. This is the location. They show the video of it happening. Let me give you one close-up of this photo so you see, wait, save. So you can see the person connected to the metal stick. The person has the A on them. The person only has a torso and the rest of the body is under the table as if their head is on a platter. It has the maroon, the green, the white, number 5 boxes. It has the tent. It has the red A. This is a sacrifice, and this is the sacrifice. Never changes. They never change elements. It stays consistent. They don't change it. They don't. They don't like all of a sudden change one of the boxes to like a turquoise. Uh-uh. So when I say elements, the story that's being told is pretty solid because nothing has changed. Nothing has shifted. Nothing has changed since day one. Summer Moon Wells is telling the story pretty clearly. And she's not wavering. The elements are being told over and over and over. There's nothing different about them. The only difference is different victim. Here's a close-up of the table. You tell me that doesn't look like. There's your blue. You know how Summer said, don't forget about the blue bucket? She kept saying the blue bucket, the blue bucket. Now the blue bucket's on top. So you've got the green, maroon, and blue behind that head, and then the white. The white bucket is connected. So the white bucket's connected to the head. So from the head, it goes white, maroon, green. And then it goes green, maroon, blue. Those are all the elements, you guys. And there's the stick. That's the machine. That's the table. That's the chair. Nothing has changed. Now, let me tell you something. I call bingo on Molly Golightly. Whoever's playing Molly Golightly, why the hell the police haven't done anything with this? The photo to the left, you guys, comes from the Idaho 4 photos, not from Molly. That photo, you guys, comes from the Idaho 4 photos. From Stories Obsessed, whatever that is, Crime Stories Obsessed. The photo to the right comes from Molly. That's supposedly Molly in her bathroom. These are the same people. So I don't know what's so confusing. This is the same person. And they don't come from the same video. The one from the left comes from Crime Stories Obsessed telling it's not their photo, it's not their problem, but it came from one of their videos explaining the Idaho 4 story. So do they not know that the photo in here has nothing to do with Idaho 4 other than it's Molly's face? That's Molly's face. We don't know who Molly is. Yes, we don't know who she is. Right now, in this photo, that's who she is. Because that is her in her video. That's what she looked like. That, holding up the Tom Ford cream. How is it that she looks like the person that shows up in the Idaho 4 background information. She shows up while they're showing the girls. How is that possible? Seriously. But look at the A. I want you to notice what they have on the Idaho 4, what is coming out of the Idaho 4, one of their hair, and going into that person who I'm calling Molly's nose. That A right there that you see is the same A that you see here all the way in the back on top of the green equipment. That is the same A with the same frame. That is the same thing that's coming out of her nose. The elements don't change. I want to know from Molly, what the hell is this? What is this? Who is this? Come on, you guys, seriously. Who is this? We're getting into warning. The photo to the left comes from Donnie and Candace's TikTok. There's no difference, again, between that and what shows up in the Idaho 4, as well as all the other victims. I'm about to show you information that I think, this guy has it as if it's part of Donnie and Candace's TikTok. I need you to pay very, very close attention. This has never been shown before. I don't know if this guy ever showed it. I have no idea. I don't know. It says Donnie and Candace's TikTok. I don't know who else would have put this in there other than the person who did it. Notice the boxes, the blue trash cans. Look at Summer. Notice, before I do that again, I want you to notice what is going on Molly's face. There's that B, the E, and this isn't Molly. What's going on with Molly's face is what is going on Summer Moon's face. We have never seen this information. The information that I'm showing you is trigger warning, and I've never seen it like this before. Look right by little Summer's cheek. You'll see the A right between her cheek and Candace's cheek. I decided I'm not zooming in because I want you guys to see the big picture. All of the elements are there. Whatever Molly is doing in this video, the branding, whatever's going on here, is what's going on here. I want you to pay very close attention to her nostrils, her mouth, and what's in her mouth. You guys, this is being allowed to go on and continue. I am showing this on social media so you guys see the photos that are being shown of Summer Moon Wells. And the parents are still walking the streets of Tennessee. These are not deep faked. This equipment, I have been showing a very, very long time. It's correct, Butterfly Kisses. It's a knife cutter. We have seen this. I am showing you the equipment that I find on creators' faces. Now, does it mean it's this guy? I say no, not at all. I only have a few pictures of this Dolly Vision, but their photos show the equipment. So I show it. It has nothing to do with him, you guys. These creators are being used as deep fakes. So I'm not, only people I'm calling out are Don and Candace. I'm not calling out creators because I think that they're being victimized. But they don't come to the, they don't stand up and say anything. But this equipment and what I'm showing you is no different than what I've been showing you. Look on the bottom where it says, oh, Candace Donnie Wells. So this is Candace Donnie Wells TikTok. I need you to look at the people standing in the boxes with the poles on each corner of the photo to the left. Notice it. Those are the green boxes that I showed you the Idaho 4 kids were standing in. Everything that they're showing is the same. This is exactly what happened to Madeline McCain. When I keep saying this happened to Madeline McCain, I'm telling you, that's what I get from the children. That's what I get from the children's spirit. Do you know that this photo is in their video? I didn't put that there. I didn't put that there. This shows in their video. And Madeline wasn't alone. But the photo they're showing of Madeline is exactly how they show Summer Moon Wells in her last days. There's no difference between what Madeline has around her head and what Summer Moon has on her head. It's identical. They were touched by the same evil, you guys. And the photos are there to tell and back up my story. But the authorities don't want to see it. What is so difficult? This is trigger warning and difficult to look at, but it's pretty crystal clear. It's really clear. You can't have pictures of all these kids look the same and think that it's a coincidence. It's not. It's not. This is Summer Moon Wells in her parents' TikTok. And that's Madeline McCain in her parents' video. Why? Yeah, they don't do anything. Summer Moon Wells' face shows different kids' faces. It's not just Summer Moon. I see Michael Vaughn, I see other kids. The photo you see in the middle is what I showed you yesterday. That is what I showed you from Summer Moon Wells's poster. It's telling you the story of what's on her head. That's all it's doing. That's from Summer's poster. It's her eyeball. That's her eyeball with that thing coming out of it. The eyeball is up on the top in the middle from the poster. It's hard to see because I cropped it. I cropped it. So that's her eyeball. That eyeball matches what's going on in the picture to the right. But one of them is the poster from JLR, and the other one is Candace and Don's TikTok. The picture to the left, who is that? Who is that? You guys, these kids are being brutalized, murdered, cut. All of this matches the elements and equipment that I've been showing. The only thing that's new here is you see it clearer. You see the shit that I see in my third eye. It's not pretty. It's not funny. And it's not fake. This isn't just Summer. We don't know who this other child is with her. The teeth change, the nostrils change. But what doesn't change is Candace holding this child. And the elements stay consistent. I'm going to show you the storyboard that goes along with this TikTok. That's the part that I have never seen in a video. I don't know who this person is. For all I know, she's fake. But the story that is being told through this TikTok appears to be telling the story that, let me show it to you. This is the first picture that I have up here because of what's on her ear. That's what's on most of the creators' ears that get pulled into this. They have a ring, they have all that stuff. The story starts out with, this is in the TikTok, with Summer being taken to a location. I'm telling you what I see over these videos. That Summer's taken and a fight breaks out. An argument takes place. And they're arguing back and forth. It's like Group A is fighting with Group B. And somehow Summer is part of the negotiation. I'm giving you a story, you guys. Somehow Summer is part of what's negotiation, which wasn't supposed to happen. That wasn't supposed to happen. A fight broke out. And I'm giving you a reading over these photos. And whoever these people, Summer was supposed to be taken, okay? So it's not like she wasn't supposed to be, but when she was taken, it was very chaotic. It was very chaotic, and the wrong people came in, different groups of people, like um, um, like different groups of people like just were like, excuse the language, like fuck you, no fuck you, and they got stuck in the middle and a fight broke out. That's all I keep thinking, like a fight. Summer was supposed to, this is all about money. There's a money exchange. But the money exchange, someone went down. Someone, someone else was killed. Summer's taken, someone else was killed. Something went wrong, you guys. That's what I'm getting. Just that something went wrong. That's coming across very like high. It's like it's coming across very loud. It's coming across like fuck, like shit, like shit, like Candace was like, oh my fucking god, shit, they're all here. Like something went wrong. There was like a cross, like a communication was wrong. Like something got really messed up, you guys. But Summer was always a part of it. You see what I'm saying? Summer was always being like, I see Summer being dragged along, like Summer was taken. Like she was taken, but they were fighting over her. Like there was a fight that broke out. And they, there was such chaos. There was such chaos. And this is why Don and Candace don't know who took her. So what I'm getting is Don and Candace are gonna, they're gonna pass those polygraphs because they don't know who took her. Like they could say that loud because they don't know who took her. This is all channeling, you guys, just by the way. It's all allegedly. This is for entertainment purposes only. I'm channeling. So when they say they don't know who took her, please, whoever took her, there was chaos. They don't know. A fight broke out. There was supposed to be money exchange. There wasn't. It was all messed up, but Summer was gone. Okay? So when they use those words, Summer was just gone. They mean it because there was so much going on that Summer was just gone and they don't know who took her. No, they don't know. But there is a lot of chaos, a lot of screaming, a lot of fighting, and a lot of shit moving around. Lots of shit moving around. She was gone. Like I'm sweating, you guys. Like fuck. Like Candace fucked up. Candace had one job to do. Don had one job to do, and he followed his job, and he has his alibi. Candace fucked up. She fucked up, and she didn't know how to tell Don that it was fucked up. And she has no idea who took her. The plan was she was to be taken. There's a money exchange, and they knew this was going to happen, but they don't know whose hands got her last, you guys. They don't know. I believe this is what Candace looked like. She she got in the middle of some fight and they took her and she was gone. Candace fucked up. She fucked up. this is what the place looks like. This is what it looked like. The shit went down and it was chaotic. And it happened the night of the 15th. Maybe the 14th. Maybe the 13th. I'm getting all these different dates being thrown to me. Maybe the 12th. Maybe the 11th. Maybe the 9th. They don't know what date. They don't know the date. They have no idea, you guys, the date. I don't know how. They don't know. I don't know. Maybe the kids don't know the day. Maybe they don't know the day because they couldn't see anything. You see. This is a fight broke out. It was horrible. It was a really bad fight. And these people came and they were really mad because Summer was gone. Summer was gone. They went to get her and she was gone. The other people went to come to get her and she was gone. And I think Candace got the fucking shit kicked out of her. They planned it, is right. Cammie, it was planned. They took her. They sold her. It was a money exchange. And something went wrong. And that's why they had to have that whole stupid fucking story. But they sold her. Money exchange. And that's the location that they went. Bullshit, they didn't take her off the premises. They brought her somewhere. And they're cleaning up the mess. Do you see what they're doing there, you guys? They are cleaning up the mess. They are plastering the walls. They are cleaning the shit up. This was a planned, it was executed wrong, but it was planned. It didn't, because they fucked with the wrong people. That's what's coming out. I don't know who, and they don't know exactly who, but they planned it. They cleaned the mess up. This is very, very angry people. People were shuffling and they had to get out of what they were doing and they didn't know who was going to do what, but people lost it. They lost it. And they had to clean the mess up. They had to clean the mess up and figure out what the fuck they were going to do. I think Candace fucked up. And I'm not saying she was the only one. It was a planned, executed plan. But Candace fucked up. And that's why Don would say Candace is the one without an alibi. Really what he's saying is Candace is the one who's fucked up. So let her fucking figure it out, because I have my alibi. I always have. I have 7 alibis. She doesn't have any because she messed up. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She used to get clean and sober so she could say the right stuff and not and not say the wrong stuff. She was beat up. These are all containers. These are refrigerators and containers, you guys. That's a refrigerator and a freezer. Like refrigerators and freezers and cartons and cargo is have everything to do with it. This is a big part of this is a very, very large part of the transportation. You're looking at it. This is a large part of the transportation. It's a very big thing, and this is where they hide and move shit. And they had to clean up the mess, man. They had to clean up the mess. They are cleaning this shit up. I think they had to clean up and move operations because that's how bad it went. It went so bad that they had to clean, move operations, and give the keys to someone else. It went so bad that that was what they had to figure out. Some people had to get out and some people had to come in. It was they were scrambling. What you see here in front of Benny Keys that pops up on all these different that's the same that's the same stuff I've been showing you. That's those are the white bars. Those are the white bars. Just like these. Things are coming in and out of the walls. They're moving shit. They're planting things. They're putting things in. They're taking things out. So much had to be done, you guys, to cover up the mess. So much had to be covered up. This tells me the story. Summer is gone. Do you see what's going in the wall here? That's the wall. That's a box. Those are all the trophies, you guys. Those are the trophies that I showed you that were coming out of that Brian guy's eyeball from the Idaho 4. That is the green, the white, the maroon, the yellow, blah, 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 number fives. Those are the pieces. Those are the pieces that represent the story. They're right there in the video. And Summer has the V around her neck, locked in place. Look what's going in the wall. Or the refrigerator, whatever that is. You guys, those are the pieces that I've been showing. It's all in Don and Candace's TikTok. This is Summer Moon Wells' story. That's what the box looks like, you guys. Something went wrong. There's a blue tarp. That little thing probably rolls inside a cargo container. That's the box with the maroon outside that goes in the wall. Like imagine that being placed inside the doorway, like in that two-way door, the door that we keep showing you from the Wells house that continuously changes, but there's a box in there with the maroon trim. That's what it is. That's what I see it is. These are being built in the wall. Jay, who was OD'd? Because I'm going to show you how the story isn't done here. They drugged someone and killed them with laxatives. Here's Summer and some other children. This isn't just Summer. Oh, Jose. Okay, well, let me show you. This could be what this story is telling me is it's Jose. This is what's going on in this whitely cleaned house. The white walls that they had to fix the walls and all of the equipment's in there. And here's our poor Summer and some other children with her going through this process, going through whatever they're doing to them. We've never seen this before, you guys. It wasn't Jose on Justice for All. It was a bunch of crock of shit. Anytime Justin gets real quiet and like just passive aggressive, pay attention. This is Summer. And it's the contraction. I don't know what their heads go in, but it's painful. Now, this girl in the video, all of a sudden, shows, wait till you see what happens here. Puts laxatives in a drink that she gives to this guy. You guys, I think this is the story. So I'm getting it very loud and clear because I hear it. So when I say I don't just look at the picture and tell you what I see, I'm telling you because I've seen this before. This is where I've seen it. I've seen all of these fucking laxatives with JLR. Do you understand how many times Benny talks about JLR's laxatives? Oh, just give him a laxative. You know that I always hear it. You know how I said that there's things that stand out to me so loud and clearly, and it stands out because it's an important part of Summer Moon Wells' story. This is a very, very, very important part of her story because they drugged someone. They drugged someone. They had to do this in order to get back on track. Something went wrong. Something went wrong, you guys. Something went wrong. And as soon as I saw that this was in the video, I'm like, oh yeah, that laxative thing is used as a ha ha ha, let's just give them a laxative. Basically, let's kill them. This is what's going on with the video. The person they give a laxative to is the one that's in the gray sweatshirt and the hat. The gray sweatshirt and the hat, I'm going to show you, he's sitting at the table, is the one who is like in charge of this thing, okay? But something goes wrong because they decide to give this person a drug, okay? Right there. And this person starts to get sick in the video. The person's face starts to turn white and bloody, and this person who was completely in the story now to me is being killed. He's getting sick. But this person was really angry and showed a lot of anger and tried to defend itself himself. But then all of a sudden, as he's leaving the location, he starts to get really ill and they take him. They take him somewhere. Like, this is plan B. Like, this wasn't supposed to happen. This wasn't supposed to happen. Everything happened real fast, but this is plan B, which wasn't supposed to be kicked in, but something happened. This person got really sick. Summer was taken. She wasn't the only child. There were other kids that probably filled that truck. But this person wound up back where he was also tortured. They wound up showing, he goes to this bathroom and they bring him in this bathroom. And he has the equipment on him, but the strange thing is, you see the elements going on here, and all of a sudden, this person becomes a victim. I'm being told they didn't have a choice. He goes into the bathroom, and all of this shit is on the toilet. So he's going into the bathroom, and this is what it shows. These are elements. The bathroom here has, look what it has here. It has a locked furnace door. See, it's white. It has a door, and it's got that lock where you push it down and you close it. And this person is placed in this room. They need to get rid of him. He's going down. He's going down the toilet. It's almost as if Candace is watching it. You know, like, look at the view. They're looking down. A lot of chaos happened the day that Summer was taken. And they will pass a polygraph if they're asked, do you know, if she was taken or who took her? They don't know exactly who took her. That is why Don was praying that they would do not that much. Like, this wasn't supposed to happen, and he doesn't know everything that happened to her. He doesn't. But they set it up. They knew what they were doing. But the people overpowered, like, got all messed up. That's all that I know. I don't know who they are, but there's an exchange. This is a drug exchange. This isn't money exchange. This is a very, very important piece of the story. This exchange, this is a very important piece of the story. And this exchange was for some other people to just walk away. Like what I'm being told is just walk the fuck away. Like whoever is giving that to them is way more powerful than the people that are receiving. The person that is giving is the powerful party. The person, now hear me when I say this. I feel like the other party got wind of what was going down, and they had to make shit right, and that's what they're doing. They had to make shit right. But what this is telling you is this shit is taken through the house. The entrance and exit, the way into the hellhole, the hole of hell, is from that room. Everything gets put right into that hole and gone. Everything, 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 everything that has to do with with the case goes right into the wall and taken out like garbage. It all goes, and then they plaster it and they close it up. They close it up. It's an open hole, and then they close it up. Once everything is cleaned up and gone. I feel like this person went out with the garbage. I don't know what happened. I don't know who this is, but I feel as if this person went out with the garbage, like, fuck you. You're out of here, dude. Yeah, that is a hole. That is a way in and a way out. This, you see what this is, you guys? It's a railroad track. It's they're rolling things in and out real fast. Like this shit's moving fast. It's in the wall, and it's not in the wall over here, and then it's in the wall. Like, look at how it looks here in the left-hand side, and then look at what it looks like here. I've said this since day one. They have to break they have to break it down. They have to break the walls down. These are holes in the wall. These are holes. You could see it. These are the boxes. They're in the wall. We have so much information that shows it. That it's right there. This looks down. They're looking down from above. So wherever this mess is, it's below. It's below them. These photos and the video is being taken from above. Yes, they were in the wall where Don plastered outside the downstairs. I agree. But Tim Mullen's videos gives the layout. Tim Mullen's video shows the layout, and he actually shows the points. Just like I'm telling you, John Wayne Gacy does the same thing. He shows the area where he lived, and then he shows, like, they go to the V's, and the V's go to a point, like the tip of the V. That's what Tim Mullen's videos do. It shows this shit. That's the equipment. And I just don't even know why they didn't get the rights to look in their house. There you go. This is Summer Moon Wells. This is all of her stuff. It's in the wall. You see that, you guys? It's in a box in the wall. And it's plastered. Those are trophies. Those are trophies. And those are boxes. And if you look at the A-frame, the metal A-frame on the bottom right-hand side. See the little metal box? And then all those little pieces that you see at upper left-hand corner is what you see all the time. I've shown you that at Kylie Rodney's beach party. The Idaho 4 have them everywhere. Michael Vaughn. That is what's in that guy's eyeball. That's, nothing's changed. Nothing. Look how clear this is, you guys. Those pieces are the same pieces that you see here behind that head. You guys, it's the same information. It's the same. Look at the hands putting it in. How crazy is that? It's all so consistent. This is the clearing of the mess. This is moving locations, moving the equipment, and throwing out the garbage. This equipment that you see getting rid of is what's on the table here. It's all the same. It is. It's all the same. In Candace and Don's video actually shows a person, for all we know it's Summer. I don't think that is, but with that green tarp over them. The same one I showed you of Jody Sue Brown and the clown guy. That's what they look like with the green tarp over them. It's right in front of you. So that's the green tarp. And I know it's very little, but that is a victim because if you look, it's very little. You have to blow it up. If you look all the way to the left, you see the maroon, the green, and the white number 5 boxes. They're always there. I don't always blow them up. I'm not blowing them up right now because the most important thing I want you to see is that's the green, that's the tarp that's put over the body that I showed you the other day of Jody Sue and the clown. A head sticks out of it. That's all I know. And this, you guys, is in Candace and Donnie's TikTok. This is their TikTok. Allegedly, obviously. Everything's allegedly here. And there's the box. It's very sad. It's quite sad how all of this I'm showing, and it's pretty clear that it's different kids. It's not just Summer. You could tell that's not just Summer. And you could see that it's the room with all the bars that I've been showing. This same photo you see that's really little in the bottom right hand corner basically is the same kind of a photo I just showed you of the bars in the house. It's the room with the equipment. Hasn't changed. These are just sad photos. Um, I don't know who that guy is, and that's not for me to figure out, but shit went down this day. Shit went down. And this is showing underground. It's showing the authorities underground. Look all the way to the right, how you see the maroon number 5 and then the muddy silvery 1, but there's a hole in the ground. Those are real, you guys. That's not fake. That's the stuff that's hiding in the video. This part of my presentation is very disturbing. I believe that this is the red room that Arbania Pepion told me about. And this is the room that this guy comes in, and I think this is where he dies. Whoever's in the corner in that dress, to me, represents Summer, because if you notice that dress with the big velvet bow, does anyone remember that picture I showed you of Summer? I'm like, it's just her head is sticking out of the dress, and it's got a big red velvet bow. But the dress, there, it's a hanger. These dresses each have a hanger. You see that hanger? Now I didn't want to keep searching for the picture with the red velvet bow. But I have it, and I will find it next time. It's of her head, like looks like it's all by itself, and then there's this dress surrounding her head. But look at the hanger. I don't know who that is, but I think this is the red room. Something goes very strange here. But that's a little girl in the corner. You see, that's a little girl in the corner behind the hanger. Now, if you also remember, Kylie Rodney had a hanger on her earlobe. I showed it to you because the hanger is very significant. Whatever's happening to this guy's cheek, you have seen before. It's a piece of skin that he puts on his cheek, and that girl has that equipment coming out of her face. What's going on here is the story. This is part of the sacrifice. This is part of the sacrifice. This is where the guy, something happens with his stomach, but I'm showing you a very close photo of that dress. But what's going on in this room makes me extremely sweaty. The couch has all the elements on it as if that is the equipment. His arm is bloody, and this is a sacrifice. Whoever was then brought in here, because this is not the same person. That is not the same person as this. It's a different person. Different person. Wait. Different person. See? Look. This is not a normal couch. This is a sacrifice. Sacrifice. And she's laughing. And the little girl is still in the corner. At 5:06 p.m., one of the things that is shown is the hanger. That same kind of a hanger, I'm telling you, shows in Kylie Rodney's videos. It's hanging on her ear. I've shown it before. Way back in the beginning, I'm like, there's a blue bucket. It's actually a gray bucket, but I didn't get it before. Now I understand it. Candace and Don's video is telling the story of their daughter. This is the story of their daughter. We've never seen it like this before. Never. And wherever Candace is with her daughter is down below. She's all the way down below. Because if you could look, if you use your intuition, look in the little picture to the right, and look behind Candace, you could feel the depth of how below she is, and it's cold. It's cold in there. You're looking at a sacrifice that started with laxatives. You guys, the video gives such intense information. Look at all the different kids' shoes. Look at all those shoes. Those are different shoes on the floor. At the end of this video, this is what they show. This is the piece of equipment that started way in the beginning of the story. This here, what you're looking at, sums up the number 5 elements that is on the long stick that gets stuck in the head with some sort of a pressure cooker. All of a sudden, almost 2 years later, this little thing here doesn't look so stupid. All of a sudden, these little elements sum up the story, because this is what's left at the end of the sacrifices. And he has it on almost like a record player. It's like he took out a record, and how I read into that is it's such a fine little thin line that little pin sticks into, that it's reflective of how they do this. It's not about the record as much as it is how that is the placement of the needle is extremely significant in their process. That right there is in every victim's PDF that I have put together for now. It's going to be soon 2 years. That is exactly what is in that guy's eyeball. These are the critters, these are the elements that show up, that symbolize this is what happened. And this is being placed in a very significant place within the earth that is basically so finely, like, selected, as if the pin of a needle, how it reads the record player. You know how it has to go so right in between those two little lines? For people who don't know what a record is, I mean, our age, we know what they feel like. You know that you have to place that little needle right at the first little line, and it moves inward. perfectly inward. This is what it symbolizes. This is what they do. This is part of how they place this shit in the earth. That's what it's telling me. It's as fine as the littlest needle that reads a record. Thin. And it moves its way into the middle, towards the core of the earth, to the middle. Ever so slightly and ever so slowly, they will all meet in the middle as one. Just like the photo that's over to what? In the cage. Just like the photo that you see to the left, that comes from Robert Vaughn. The way that this was created is the same way that it's moving today. That is the red room. I believe that those are the same rooms that are in other places in the world. But what's going on here with Summer, I really hope gets the attention it needs, because what's going on here with Summer is the same information that is being shown to the left. There's no difference. These children are going through this horrific pain, and they're being used as placements in this earth. And they're justifying it with their own way of them thinking it's okay. The problem is they didn't choose it. You guys chose it for them. They didn't ask for this and they didn't choose it. They didn't get a choice. Why don't you go put yourself on one of these poles? Again, it goes back to you're hiding. You're not living your truth. You're hiding behind the deep fake that covers this shit up. Anyone that's living in their truth does not hide in the deep fake. This is what goes on. This is from one of those videos. This is the equipment. This is what it looks like. And this is called torture. This is called torture. Nothing more than torture. Nothing more than torture. This is what your rooms look like. This is what happens, and this is not legal. This is not God's work, Muffin Top is right. Because if it was, we'd all be doing it loud and proud. They're down under in tunnels, in caves, in railroad tunnels, hiding it. Torture chambers. What about that says humanity? Nothing. This all comes from the same video. Nothing. Nothing about this in any of these rooms that are behind the wall in which I just showed you screams God's work. This is behind the wall, behind the door that I just showed you. This here, you guys, is what the room looks like. Look at the picture in the middle. Look at it. I need you guys to see and understand how that is the same thing, actually the same room that Jody Sue Brown and Benny show in their video. It's the same room that is reflecting in Benny's computer. This here doesn't come from Benny's computer. This here comes from the bloody blood bank room that I showed you. The kids were inside these rooms connected to machines that took their blood. This is an identical match to Jody Sue Brown's and Benny Keys's reflection of their computer. It's the same room. You tell me that that's okay. It's the same room. It's the same equipment. They're in the same location. You're looking at Jody Sue that I showed you the photo of her sitting in Benny's computer as if it was reflecting. This is the same room. And Don, we got you. I have pictures of all of your tattoos that were on you the first week that Summer went missing. And Benny, this is to you, Benny. Whoever the fuck Benny is, I want to know why this is showing up on your beard, the exact symbol that shows up in the Lori Vallow case. That is the exact symbol that shows up throughout her Netflix documents throughout Lori Vallow's case. Why is that on your beard? I see it because it's shown to me. Throughout Lori Vallow's videos, this appears. Trust me, I could get a better picture of what's on your beard, but I didn't need to. I don't need to. Because between this, match, and this, to me speaks volumes. And you haven't gotten any courage to come up and talk about it. Whoever you are, I'm matching you to Lori Vallow. Do you have anything to say about that? I'm matching you to the blood bank that I showed you of them taking blood from children. Do you have anything to say about that, Jody Sue and Benny? Anything at all? Anything? How about this one? Anything? Lori Vallow's daughter has the same thing on her mouth as I believe that is Summer to the right. She has the same V on her neck as Summer. She has the same thing on her mouth, and the person with the white face and the hat is in the photo. These are all the same. The most interesting thing to me is I would like to know what you have to say about this and about this. Are you fucking kidding me? Seriously. This room is the bloodiest room that I have ever seen. And the pumping blood from buckets matches your photo. I just did this one yesterday or 2 days ago. I'd love to know. Oh man, would I love to know. Because when I tell you this is the same story, I know what I'm talking about. So that's what I have to say on this Wednesday night. It is Wednesday, right? It's still Wednesday, right? So, yeah, you can't make this shit up. You can't. You can't. Take that to Lori Vallow's trial. Take this to Lori Vallow's trial. This, like, do they not see that what's going on in these photos? You all, I am calling it quits. You guys, thank you so much. Thank you. Muffin Top, great job in there. Thank you, Muffin Top. You guys, I'm reading all of your emails. I just wanted to let you know how much I appreciate it. Yeah, Jody Sue Brown. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. This is a photo. But that's in Benny's they're together in that. Benny and Jody Sue are together in that. I don't know who they are. I don't know. We don't know who they are. We don't know Jody. We don't know any of them. We don't even know who Molly is. I think Molly's a man, so I don't know. Oh my God. All right, you guys. Thank you all for being here. thank you, thank you, thank you. May justice come to these kids real soon. And I will be putting together an Elements Only number 9, part 9 from the Elements Only series. Thank you all. God bless you all. Thank you, Muffin Top, for being amazing, amazing mod. And may justice come to these kids real soon. Have a wonderful night, you guys. And I'll definitely be talking to you soon. Good night.